So in this video, we're going to look at another common method for calculating the interest on a credit card loan. And that interest is typically going to be called the finance charge. And this method's called the average daily balance method. So what we're going to do here is we're going to charge interest based on the average of how much is owed on the credit card. And so again, that's going to be called the average daily balance method. In statistics, we call this a weighted average. So we're going to find the weighted average, or the average daily balance, and we're going to use that to calculate the interest that's owed. So here's how we go about doing that. Step 1, we add the outstanding balance for your account for each day of the month. Step 2, we're going to divide the total from step 1 by the number of days in the month, and that's going to give us the average daily balance. Step 3, we're going to find the finance charge, or the interest, by using the simple interest formula, I equals PRT. But P in this case is going to be the average daily balance that we found in step 2. R is the annual interest rate, and T is the time, but we're going to convert that into years. So to do that, we're going to take the number of days in the month divided by 365. So for example, if it was the month of February, we would divide 28 by 365. So we're converting the 28 days into a fraction of a year. If it's July, it would be 31 divided by 365. So again, we're converting the number of days to years. So let's take a look at example 5 here, and this will hopefully make this make a little more sense. So in example 5, suppose you begin the month of June, which has 30 days, with a credit card balance of $900. Assume that your card has an annual interest rate of 18% and that during June, the following adjustments are made to your account. So in other words, your balance is going to change as you go through the month. So you start off with a $900 balance, and on June 9th, you make a payment of $300. And then on June 16th, you charge $23 for gasoline, and on June 25th, you charge $54 for groceries. We're supposed to use the average daily balance method to compute the finance charge that will appear on your July credit card statement. So the idea here is you start off owing $900 at the 1st of June, but then you make a payment on June 9th of $300. So at that point, you only owe $600. Well, you shouldn't have to pay interest on all $900 for the whole month if you made this payment starting on the 9th of June, and so on. But at the same time, then you borrow some more money, so you should be paying interest on the amount that you borrow. And that's where this average daily balance comes in. So we're going to organize this by thinking about the number of days that we owed each balance. So let's start by thinking about the date, and then the balance that's owed on that date. So on June 1st, we owed $900. That was the balance that we carried over, and so that's what we owed at the 1st of the month. But then on June 9th, we made a payment of $300. So at that point, our balance is $900 minus $300. So our balance is $600 starting on June 9th. But then on June 16th, we made a purchase of $23. So our balance is now going to be $600 plus the $23 gasoline purchase. So now our balance is $623. And then on June 25th, we made another purchase. So now our balance is going to be the $623 plus the $54 purchase that we made. So our balance at that point is $677, and that was our last purchase for the month. So that $677 purchase carries through the end of the month. So now let's think about the number of days. So I'm going to say the number of days that we owed each of those balances. So from June 1st until June 9th, we owed $900. Starting on June 9th, we owed only $600. So really from June 1st through June 8th, we owed $900. So that is a total of 8 days. So there were 8 days that we owed $900, and that again was from June 1st through June 8th. Starting on June 9th, we now owed $600, and we owed $600 until we got to June 15th, and then on June 16th, we made this other purchase, and that was until June 24th. And then on June 25th, we made our last purchase, and we owed that till the end of June, which is June 30th. So, how long did we owe the $600? Well, that was June 9th through June 15th, and that is a total of 7 days. And how long did we owe the $623? Well, that was June 16th through June 24th, and that's a total of 9 days. And then how long did we owe the $677? Well, that is from June 25th through June 30th, and that is 6 days. And if you're questioning how I get the number of days, just count. So like for example, this 7 days. Well, you owed the $600 on the 9th, the 10th, the 11th, the 12th, the 13th, the 14th, and the 15th. So that is 7 days. Or you could take the 16th minus the 9th, that's 7 days. The 9th minus the 1st, that's 8 days. The 25th minus the 16th, that is 9 days. And then you would take July 1st minus June 25th, and that would be 6 days. So now we're going to find the number of days. So the number of days, and we're going to multiply that by the balance. So what we're doing here is again, coming up with a weighted average. So in other words, I'm going to take 8, because it was 8 days, and we owed $900 for those 8 days. We're going to take 7 days, and we owed $600 for those 7 days. We're going to take 9 days times the $623, and we're going to take 6 days times the $677. Put dollar signs on each of those. So if I bring in my calculator, 8 times 900, that is 7,200. So this is 7,200. Take 7 times 600, that is 4,200. Take 9 times 623, that is 5,607. And take 6 times 677, that is 4,062. So we're going to add that up. So if I add up the 7,200 plus the 4,200 plus the 5,607 plus the 4,062, that adds up to 21,069. So 21,069. So our average daily balance is going to equal that total, 21,069, divided by the number of days. So that's divided by 30 days in June. So this is what we got from step 1 in our rules. We added up the outstanding balances for each day of the month, and now we're dividing that by the number of days to get the average daily balance. So if I take 21,069 and divide by 30, that is $702.30. So on average, for the month of June, our balance was $702.30. So we're going to pay interest on that $702.30 average. So step 3, I'm going to calculate my interest by using the simple interest formula. Interest equals principal times rate times time. But our principal is this average daily balance. So that is $702.30. Our rate for this problem was 18%, so times 0.018, writing 18% as a decimal, times time, but this was 30 days out of 365 days, so we're taking the number of days divided by 365. So again, we're converting the 30 days into a fraction of the year. So if I take the $702.30 times the 0.18 times 30 divided by 365, that equals $10.39 approximately. So I wanted to figure out what was the finance charge that's going to appear on the July credit card bill. Well, we're going to owe $10.39 in interest, so that's our finance charge for the month of June, and so that's going to appear on the following month's statement, on the July statement. So this is the end of our example. The finance charge is $10.39. Now we may also have a minimum payment that has to be made, like in the previous example. So there might also be a percentage of this average balance that would have to be paid as well. But this is the interest. This is the finance charge.